10 Facts about bee stings. 1. Not all bees have the ability to sting. For starters, male bees are incapable of stinging. A huge group of bees known as stingless bees exists as well. 2. A sting is a defensive response to an ostensibly dangerous situation. Bees, for the most part, do not disturb us. Consider the last time you walked through a flower-filled garden or public park. The bees go about their business unobserved for the most part. Bees are typically non-aggressive and will sting only if provoked or threatened. If you step on a bee by accident, it may feel intimidated and sting you. It's also recommended to avoid handling them, even the cuddly-looking bumblebees. However, a sting from a bumblebee is uncommon rather than common. Most kinds of bumblebees and solitary bees are gentle, and stinging is uncommon. If agitated, a swarm of honeybees may sting. If you need help moving a swarm, contact a beekeeper through your local beekeeping group. If you're concerned about bee stings in general, there are steps you can do to avoid them. 3. Being hit by lightning has a higher chance of killing you than being stung by a bee. Consider this: in the United States, the flu kills more people than bee stings. Every year, even lightning kills more people than bee stings. The following are the actual figures. Every year, more than 20,000 people in the United States die from influenza. U.S. Centers for Disease Control, on average, 90 people are killed by lightning in the United States each year. NOAA Technical Memorandum NWSSR 193, NOAA Technical Memorandum NWSSR 193. What about death as a result of a car accident? I'll leave it up to you to figure out what those figures are. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization claimed in 2000 that bee stings were responsible for only 54 deaths in the United States, from a population of 281 million people, census data. 4. Some bee stings hurt a lot more than others. Bee stings are painful, although not as bad as bites from other animals, and certain bee stings are more painful than others. Justin O. Schmidt, a Nobel laureate in entomology, created the Schmidt Sting Pain Index, which evaluates the effects of stinging insects, such as bees, wasps, ants, and hornets, on humans. By allowing them to sting him, Schmidt served as a gauge. Insect stings are graded on a scale of 1 to 4, with 4 being the most painful. Most little bee stings are classified as pain level 1 and last 5 minutes or less, but the sting of the western honeybee is classified as pain level 2 and lasts 5 to 10 minutes, according to the Schmidt Sting Pain Index. The sting of a tarantula hawk, wasp, lasts around 5 minutes but is blindingly powerful and shockingly electric, according to Schmidt. It's on level 4 of pain, which isn't surprising. Some insect stings can be extremely severe, lasting up to 2 hours. One example is the warrior wasp, which has a very painful sting that can last up to 2 hours. So, in terms of agony, bee stings may not be as awful as they seem. 5. If a bee stings you, not all bees will die. It is true that if honeybee workers, females, sting you, they will die. This is due to honeybee workers' barbed stings, which cause the stinger to become trapped in mammal skin, including humans. When the honeybee tries to flee the victim, it is fatally stung, and the bee dies as a result of the venom. Honeybees, on the other hand, can repeatedly strike insect predators. Drones, male honeybees, are unable to sting. Queen honeybees have the ability to sting many times, although they rarely leave their hives and are more likely to utilize their stings on competitor queens. Do bees all die when they sting you? 6. Bee stings are not the same as wasp stings. Bee stings are mistakenly thought to be the same as wasp stings. A bee stinger, on the other hand, has different toxins, or bee venom, than a wasp stinger. Furthermore, wasp stings are neutral, whereas bee stings are somewhat acidic, not alkaline as some reports may suggest. As a result, a person who is allergic to wasp stings may not be allergic to bee stings. 7. The average adult can withstand around 1,000 stings from bees. The average human may comfortably endure 10 stings per pound of body weight unless they have a severe and life-threatening bee sting allergy, which is uncommon. In reality, the average adult can tolerate more than 1,000 stings, whereas a kid can die from 500 stings. The Merck Manual of Diagnosis and Therapy is the source. Because most bee species are solitary and non-aggressive, and bumblebees dwell in small colonies, a person is unlikely to get stung by that many bees all at once. The only way a person could be stung so many times in one go would be if a colony or swarm of honeybees became aggravated. In most cases, such problems can be avoided. Anaphylaxis, a state of shock caused by bee stings, is a rare but severe reaction to bee stings. Learn more about bee stings and how to treat them. 8. The stinger of a bee is also utilized to lay eggs. The sting is a modified ovipositor that can be employed for egg laying. If the hive or nest loses its queen, worker honeybees may lay eggs. A worker common carder bumblebee forages on a pink ice plant and gets on with its work. A bumblebee worker forages on an ice plant and goes about its business. When the queen begins to deposit, unfertilized, eggs destined to mature into males, bumblebee workers may lay eggs. This frequently leads to a struggle between the workers and the queen bumblebee within the colony. According to various writings, when the queen stops producing a pheromone that is thought to limit the egg-laying ability of her workers, who may otherwise lay eggs, all of which would develop into males. 9. Bee venom can be found in several health and cosmetics products. Some people believe that venom from bee stings can help with arthritic symptoms. I haven't come across any proof to back up or dispute this assertion. If you do, please let me know. There's also the possibility that bee venom could be employed in cosmetics. 10. Elephants are terrified of bee stings. Elephants have sensitive parts of their bodies, such as inside their trunks, while having a thick hide that a bee sting could not penetrate. Elephants are thus terrified of bees, and conservationists are using this information to help safeguard elephants. Learn more about stings, and here's an excellent book about a man who set out to do just that, and in the process, he was stung by a variety of insects. Justin O. Schmidt, the author, was awarded the Ig Nobel Prize for Physiology and Entomology in 2015 for his book Sting of the Wild, which is available in good bookstores. Please remember to leave a like, share and subscribe to this channel for more future videos. Thank you and good luck.